All right. Hello again, baseball fans and family. It's been a minute again, but here we are back. It's Saturday night, and who knows? Maybe this will um, get into a baseball chinwag. Who knows? This is the final game of round one for this Boston.com tournament. Just to remind everybody, the Boston.com tournament was actually not a tournament that they created, but rather a group of AP sports writers got together, deciding what was the greatest team of each franchise. And so I did a little bit of tweaking, some of the choices I didn't agree with, and what have you. But anyhow, here we are now at the end of round one. So we had a great game last time I broadcasted this. The 1902 Pittsburgh Pirates, crazy ball game that one was. So we've had a good mix of teams that have advanced into round two. Well, we got to finish up round one. So tonight it's the 2008 Tampa Bay Rays against the 1912 Boston Red Sox. James Shields will be facing Smokey Joe Wood. So let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's play some baseball. Hope everybody's doing well. We had a hot week here in Pennsylvania. Finally cooled off here on Thursday, and it's been really nice since then. So enjoying it while we can. So two excellent teams here tonight. Computer looking at pretty much an even matchup as Tim, Clee Baseball Fan 879, joins us here, as does Hfield said. Hfield's '07. He says, yeah, how about it? Finally, some nice cool weather in PA. Loving it. Plan on sitting outside tomorrow and just doing some reading. And oh man, I'm loving it. It was Dante's Inferno. I don't know which circle it was, but man, it was nasty, as you know. Tim, hope you're doing well. There we go. Parallel League joins us. He says, Smokey Joe, let's go. So, yeah, Smokey Joe Wood. Of course, the way this league is set up, this is set up for default modern era. So we'll see what Smokey Joe does. But what a year he had he not hurt his pitching hand. Who knows? Of course, he became a very good position player. But Smokey Joe Wood, what a year, and drawing plaudits, especially from, I argue, the greatest pitcher in baseball, Walter Johnson, who said nobody throws harder than Smokey Joe Wood. Smokey Joe Wood that year for these 1912 Boston Red Sox posted a record of 34 wins, 5 losses, a 1.1 earned run average, and struck out 6.8 batters per game. But James Shields, no slouch. 14 wins and 8 losses for the 2008 Tampa squad with a 3.56 earned run average, and 6.7 strikeouts per 9 innings. So, but it looks like that we got a pretty good game here. The computer not giving us any sort of clear sense of who it favors. Looks like it's straight up down the middle. So we're going to go to a very old. We're going to be going to Fenway Park, the year that it opened, 1912. So let's just go ahead and do this here. So Tim says, wow, that Bristol game turned out so well. Rain delayed a start, got half inning plus 1 out, had to suspend the game due to rain. I love rain anyhow, and it's especially going to be welcome. We get a little bit here after this week in Pennsylvania. It's just been ridiculous, guys. Ridiculous. I felt like, I'm melting. All right. So for the lineups for the visiting 2008 Tampa Bay Rays, leading off in center field, BJ Upton. Batting second in right field, Eric Hinsky. Batting third at the hot corner, Evan Longoria, he of the amazingly beautiful wife. Batting in the cleanup spot at first base, Carlos Pena. Batting fifth and cashing Donna Navarro. Batting sixth at second base, Akinori Iwamura. Sorry, my eyes are a little bit vet tonight. Batting seventh in left field, Ben Zobrist. Batting eighth at shortstop, Jason Bartlett. And James Shields takes the hill and bats ninth for the hometown 1912 Boston Red Sox. Leading off at the hot corner, Larry Gardner. Batting second at first base, Jake Stahl. Batting third, center fielder, the great Eagle, Tris Speaker. Batting in the cleanup spot in left field, Duffy Lewis. Batting fifth, Hall of Fame right fielder Harry Hooper. Batting sixth is shortstop Heine Wagner. Batting seventh and catching hit Katie. Batting eighth at the Keystone Sack, Steve Yerkes and the great Smoky Joe Wood. Pitching and batting ninth. Cubs all wore number 23 today. May the memory of Ryan Sandberg be eternal. Oh my God, that was just so. And you're absolutely right, Tim, that the Guardians should petition to wear number 14 on Larry Doby Day, and um, yeah, I mean, clubs need to honor their past. I'm still waiting. We're in August, and the Pirates have done nothing to commemorate the 1925 world champion Pittsburgh Pirates. And I don't really think Nutting gives a damn about the franchise anyhow. Wow. But anyhow, not to get into it too long. John DFW, how you doing, John? It's good to see you on a Saturday night. All right. So hail, hail. The gang's all here. The gang's all coming in. So we'll have some fun. And if we ended up in a baseball chin wag, that's really cool too. Love that bit, Just some quick news. So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to talk about it once I start doing it or features, but Paul Fay has kind of enlisted me to play test the upcoming major update of Pocket Pennant Run. So I should be getting a copy to start working through next week. Obviously, I can't stream the new update, but boy, does it look really, really, really cool. So he's asking me to really concentrate on dead ball era baseball. So I will gladly do that. And I'm hoping that the next release will be just a few weeks out. That's really up to Paul and Craig and Matt when that happens. But very thankful that Paul asked me to do that. I love Pocket Pennant Run. Tim, I don't know whether this is going to be the update where you're going to see the change in player ratings, but I do know that's coming. But there's some super, super cool stuff and a nice further facelift to the game because, I mean, cosmetics. Why not? Why not? The little meeples look really cool. So anybody's a member of the Facebook group, you would have seen that Paul teased. I actually did a video or two also to give you an idea of what the new update's going to look like. Cards and dice players who are on the go, I think you're going to like the fact that you can be able to create your own dice in this game. So I'm pretty chuffed to try it out with Sports Illustrated Baseball, which would be fun. So I'll keep you guys posted, and certainly if, with Paul's kind permission, as it gets closer to release, I can kind of let you guys know, hey, we're about a week out or 2 weeks, or Craig or whomever. Hey, we're getting there. But really, really excited to test it mainly in the dead ball era. I mean, obviously, I'm going to test some other stuff too. So some good stuff coming down the pipe there. I'm guessing I'm still checking faithfully. There is no update yet on Full Count Baseball. Still very playable. Just play human versus human and just use your common sense, but it's a fun game. But looking forward to when the paths are fixed so that you can start creating manager profiles, playing against the AI in the game. I really, really do love the game a lot. Hopefully people who've joined the Discord or are on the Discord have gotten Old Time Baseball by now. I'm going to leave the link to my Google Drive up there for a couple more weeks in case anybody does want Old Time Baseball. And of course, Pearson Baseball still up there in Strategy Baseball. One thing I want to show you guys before we get into this game is I was doing a lot of research. So I've been doing some stuff here. Let me tell you what, I've been doing some stuff. So let me show you what I've been doing. If I can get this darn thing to open. There we go. All right. So where'd it go? There we go. So what I'm creating here, and I'm going to be doing this for a number of baseball games, a number of digital baseball games, including Digital Diamond Baseball, because I do like its player import. So what I've created is going to be, it's an all-time greats league, but this one is based on the best single season. I just decided to just do WAR for lack of anything else. I didn't want to get into like 3,000 different sorts of statistics, but it's going to be the best single season WAR for a player with the franchise with which, because I'm, yeah, doppelgangers, nah. I think for some leagues that works, but so I'm working on that. I thought I'd give you guys a little sneak peek of what that's going to be. I've just got to start the process. And I think I'm going to do it probably first in out of the park baseball, just because it'll be the easiest, and then do it for pocket pennant run, and then finally do it. Well, and also for digital diamond baseball, because I don't have to load libraries. I don't think. I don't know. I might have to, but then lastly, I'll do it for Action PC baseball, because that's going to require installing everything from 1880 to now, and so you guys can understand why I'm doing out of the park baseball and pocket pennant run first with this league. So let's see what's on here so you guys can see. So I definitely wanted to obviously, just because of I'm importing players, I can see what their best seasons were and everything. So let me see. Can I make this larger? Yes, I can. There we go. So you guys can see. Diamondbacks. Yeah, let's find. I don't know how many Diamondbacks. There we go. Let's look at the Atlanta Braves. So, I mean, again, there's not going to be any big surprises here, but I thought this is. I thought this would be really fun to put together. So, for instance, the Braves are going to have Hank Aaron, Chipper Jones, Eddie Matthews, Andrew Jones, Dale Murphy, Gary, or Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, Phil Niekro, Warren Spahn, Freddie Freeman, Ronald Acuna Jr., Javi Lopez, Brian McCann, Rafael Furcal, Dancy Swanson, Ozzie Albies, Marcus Giles. I decided to make these 35-man rosters. David Justice, Terry Pendleton, Jorge Soler, Craig Kimbrell, John Rocker. Well, still, he's in there. So will these guys get some of these guys get a lot of play time? Probably not with the lower WAR. But anyhow, Mark Wallers, Mike Stanton, Steve Bedrosian, Chris Martin, Julio Teheran, so on and so forth. We'll see Rico Cardi and Otis Nixon and stuff like that. This was really, really fun to do. So, um, catching a lot of, I've got every franchise in here. And it was definitely some work. It was very, very educational. Seeing the like where Walter Johnson, who like his war is just ridiculous. Just show you a couple more here, and then we'll actually get into the game. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So for the Orioles, I mean these are all obviously going to be tough teams. There's Clinton Parks who welcome in. If Digital Diamond Baseball fixes their transactions, they could challenge PPR. I think there's room for both games, but yeah. Yes, the Pirates did win the. Yeah, nothing probably doesn't. Yeah, nothing probably doesn't even know the Pirates won the 1925 World Series. He's a bum. He's a bum. He's a bum. Sorry, he's a bum. I mean, yeah, we'd won our last 8 of 9, and then we ran into the worst team in baseball, the Colorado Rockies, and got our asses handed to us. I think it was last night, 17-16, or something ridiculous like that. He's just got to go. He's got to go. Anyhow, we got Cal Ripken Jr., Brooks Robinson, Eddie Murray, Frank Robinson. So some of these were tough because Frank Robinson could have easily been with the Reds, but I think most of us, I think, at least I do, but I mostly associate Frank Robinson with the Baltimore Orioles. Anyway, Adam Jones, Brady Anderson, Boog Powell. Again, no real surprises. There's the great Paul Blair. It's Bobby Grich. Paul Blair with the higher WAR, obviously going to getting most of the starts for these Orioles. There's Mark Belanger, Chris Hoyles, Rick Dempsey, Al Bunbury, Ken Singleton, Jim Palmer, Mike Mussina, Dave McNally, Mike Cuellar, Steve Stone, Mike Flanagan. So, I mean, these are all really strong teams. Boston Red Sox, man, these guys are going to be ridiculously tough. Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, Tris Speaker, Wade Boggs, Jim Rice, Nomar Garcia Parra, Dustin Pedroia, David Ortiz, Jimmy Fox. I know there's a little bit of surprise there with Jimmy Fox, but again, it seemed more fitting to put Jimmy here than with the Athletics. I know that's weird because for me, I think of Jimmy Fox more as a Philadelphia A, but decided to put him on the Red Sox. Mookie Betts, Fred Lynn, Jason Varitek, Carlton Fisk, Johnny Damon, Pedro Martinez, The Rocket, Cy Young, Luis Tiant, John Lester. Babe Ruth will be knocked off of here. So there will be a few I'm going to go through and do some weeding because I played with the idea of having Ruth as a pitcher because this was his best war as a pitcher. But I don't want Babe Ruth pitching to Babe Ruth. So, and I may revisit the Jimmy Fox decision as well. So these aren't final yet. Not yet. There's Tim Wakefield. May his memory be eternal. Somebody the Pirates gave up on, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go through all the franchises, obviously. But when these are ready, in fact, if anybody wants these as they are, I can zip these Word documents up if anybody would like to play around with these rosters or whatever. Yeah, I will. I'll post. All right, John. I wasn't even looking at the chat when you said that, John. I'll zip these up and I'll put them in Discord. Make any changes that you want. Once I put them up there, they're yours. Put them in any game you want. Obviously, it's going to be easiest to put these again in out of the park baseball and pocket pennant run baseball. Yeah, have fun. Go for it. Clinton, I hope you're doing. I hope you're doing well, my friend. He says you have to load a few seasons while they are trying to add them. Definitely 19th century. Thought I just added mine to baseball reference. Pretty good. And I think Cohen programmed Digital Diamond to make Status Pro. So I'm hoping that next year, Clinton, Status Pro is going to be. Again, I think Mark did a great job. I think that the ad copy this year for I was expecting like a way to play Status Pro that you can't do right now. So I'm hoping maybe next year. I'm really, really, really hoping. But Digital Diamond's such a good game. It really, really is. I don't play it as much as I should. But as to your comment, Clinton, I think that there's room for both Digital Diamond and Pocket Pennant Run. It's kind of funny to think of Digital Diamond as kind of like the established veteran, but it is. The game's been around. I've been playing it since version 3. So it's been around, what, 10, 11 years, something like that. So it's almost half as old as Out of the Park Baseball now. But Mark's really got a hell of a baseball game. And how many times, I've said on this channel, I don't care whether you play cards or dice or digital or both. This is the platinum age of baseball sims. And there's Cousin Ken Castro. He says, good evening, fam. Good evening. So we got the professor and the heart and soul of this channel, Cousin Ken Castro. So Cousin sharing some a little bit of baseball, little baseball outing he had. So thank you for that, Cuz. I do appreciate that. Paul Fay says he wants to look at National Pastime Next Generation Plus and down the road Status Pro so they can go in PPR. Well, so again, you can already play those, but I understand what you mean, Clinton. Again, right now, Pocket Pennant Run, even in its as it is right now, will work with any game you have. But yeah, I would like to see, especially with National Pastime Next Generation Plus, um, you know, it's APA free basically, and of course Status Pro. I don't know. I mean, I get the game's defunct. I know people are still doing things with it. Derek Beckner creating apparently amazing cards. And again, I've mentioned before. I really, I know Derek from he and I were both employed by the same university. I know him, and he's a great guy, great baseball guy, great guy to talk to. He's the one that got me into Diamond Mine baseball. Actually, turned me on to that. So but Derek and I, we'd meet outside and have smoke breaks, and we were talking baseball even in the middle of January. Derek is a baseball fanatic. You guys would love him. I don't know whether he ever comes to YouTube or something, but I'd love to catch up with Derek and just maybe get him on here and just some night for a little kind of chats. You guys all can get to know him. He's really a good guy. So Cousin Ken says he didn't stay for both. He said, when I get home, not a fan of driving from Connecticut. I understand that, having been up there. Be glad to know that your out of the park franchise, the 1912 Pirates, go Buccos, won the World Series. Thank you for that, John. So, John, if you were owner of the Pirates and it was, 2012, it was 2012, you would be celebrating that. So, Bob Nutting, what a moron. Parallel League, he says, I was thinking about a tournament where each team is made up with players that died that year. Wow. And yes, 2025, we certainly have lost a lot of great players. I was watching the Hall of Fame inductions, and of course, both Dick Allen and Dave Parker in this year's class, and neither of them made it to their inductions, unfortunately. And of course, Ryan Sandberg. It's 2025 hit baseball pretty hard, and I hope that's all. I mean, there's still 4 months left to this year, though. So, bleh. So, yeah. So let's get into this game. But if you guys just want to BS some baseball, we'll do that. This is the final game of round one. For those of you, there's quite a few people that were here for that 1912 Pirates game, and that was just nuts. The 1912 Pirates, or the 1912, geez, 1902 Pirates against the 2015 Kansas City Royals, and that game was crazy. The Pirates won, but it was the way that they won. So good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So John says that he started with the 1912 Senators and Walter Johnson. So yeah, Walter Johnson, 1912, and then you get into 1913. What a boy! What a season the Big Train had, and just been reading more and more and more about Walter Johnson, and don't take this. I mean, guys, everybody has your favorite pitcher and everything, but you look at that man objectively, and I seriously cannot think of any starting pitcher in the entire history of baseball that had such a just sheer dominance in his career. And that's, it's talking about guys like Lefty Grove and Carl Hubble. And, but Grove and Hubble had great run support, and Christy Mathewson and, Bob Gibson, Steve Carlton, all the greats, Juan Marichal. But the fact that Walter Johnson put up the numbers that he did with no run support, could you imagine had Walter Johnson played for the New York Giants or the Pittsburgh Pirates, Chicago Cubs, whatever? Modern Relic, great to see you, man. Good God. So Clinton Park says he has a Giants and Pirate game rolling in Fall Classic. Cool. Good, 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 good. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. What else do we got? John says he's using the Out of the Park development engine. Awesome. So who knows how he does from here? But we're interesting to see that. Yeah, I love the development engine in Out of the Park baseball. It just begs. It just opens up so many possibilities for some really really crazy projects, or even playing in career mode, starting with your whether you're playing it, in Drive for the Pennant, but if you're playing it, the game in career mode, especially, imagine what it can do to see, with season replays with you in there saying, "Hey, I went, so and so." Like let's say you started with the 1924 Yankees, right? Well, of course, Babe Ruth had that bit of an off year of 1925. Well, that player development lab, maybe you kind of Babe Ruth does not have the bellyache heard around the world, aka anyhow. So there we go. So anyhow, that's what's going on. I don't know if you guys have any news in the baseball sim world. Anything cool coming out? Cards and dice. Um, share, please share your projects, what you're doing, stuff like that. So cousin Ken telling everybody here that he's getting ready for the Greenville, South Carolina regional tournament next weekend. And yep, he's going to be taking his 1911 Philadelphia A's, that $100,000 infield. So, man, that would be fun. That would be so much fun to do that. I would just love to go to one of those tournaments just to hang out, watch some games, especially watch cousin taking the dead ball team in there and saying, okay, I'm going to educate you. I'm going to educate you people. So, going to be fun. All right. So, and John DFW says he went to college in Greenville. Cool stuff. All right, fam, let's do this. Let's get on our way to the inaugural year, Fenway Park, and the 1912 Boston Red Sox. These guys were tough. They were tough. That 1912 World Series was great. Hopefully, when Dwayne Martz eventually returns to his World Series project, this 1912 series is it's just, you have two powerful teams just clashing. The New York Giants, you had Mathewson and Marquardt on that squad, and of course these guys that we're about to see here in a few minutes. So, welcome to Fenway Park, 1912. The Green Monster isn't quite a monster yet, and again, this ballpark courtesy of the great Mike Silva. Looking at the starting defense for the 1912 Scarlet Hose, the Royal Rooters have now arrived in their boxes along the third base side. Duffy Lewis in left field, Tris Speaker in center, and Harry Hooper in right. So really, really strong outfield here for these Boston Red Sox. Let's go around the horn. At first base, we've got Jake Stahl. At second, Steve Yerkes. At short, Honey Wagner. And at third, Larry Gardner. Hick Cady is behind the plate, wearing the tools of ignorance. And on the mound, the great Smokey Joe Wood. And we are ready to go, 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 go. All right, leading things off here for the 2008 Tampa Bay Rays is BJ Upton. BJ Upton, 273 average, 9 home runs, 67 runs batted in. We're ready to pan around in this Fenway Park the same year as the wreck of the Titanic. And here we go, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Saturday, it is midnight, baby. There we go, midnight on the East Coast. And the 3-2 pitch. And this one sent out to right field by BJ Upton. But Harry Hooper ranging to his left, and he brings it down for out number one. This is one and go home, and the final game of round one. All right, Eric Kinski now, lefty steps to the plate. The Tampa Bay right fielder with 20 home runs, 60 runs batted in, a 247 average. Hick Cady sets the target now for Smokey Joe Wood. Smokey Joe count even 2-2. Hinsky swings, and this one sinking liner out to center field, but it's the Gray Eagle. And you're not going to see a lot of balls get past him. So, Tris Speaker, one of the great center fielders of the game, as everybody knows, still the lifetime leader in doubles, and the only player in Major League Baseball history to have 3 20-plus game hitting streaks in the same season. Tris Speaker. So, the record that surprises me, of course, is doubles. It's not like doubles are a rare hit, but his doubles he's still the all-time leader. All right, here's Evan Longoria, and I want to date his wife, Longoria, with a 272 average in 2008, 27 home runs, and 85 runs batted in. Smokey Joe Wood, 2 down here. We're just underway in Boston. And the 1-2 pitch to Longoria. Big swing and a miss. Nice curveball there from Smokey Joe. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning. The 2008 Rays nothing, and the 1912 Boston Red Sox coming to bat. All right. Let's look at the starting defense for the 2008 Tampa Bay Rays, and this time we'll start around the horn. So Carlos Pena with a Gold Glove at first base. Akinori Iwamura at second, Jason Bartlett at short, and Evan Longoria, Gold Glover at the corner there, and third base. So anchoring down, 2 Gold Gloves. Not any Gold Gloves for the 1912 Red Sox because it just didn't exist then. In left field, Ben Zobrist. In center, BJ Upton. And in right, Eric Hinsky. So another strong outfield here. Behind the plate, Deanna Navarro and James Shields gets ready to face Larry Gardner. So the hot corner man for these 1912 Red Sox leading things off here. 315 average for him with 86 runs batted in and 3 home runs. So, again, the dead ball teams have been doing pretty well in this game. So not getting outpowered or anything like that, or in this tournament, I should say. 1-2 pitch on the way from James Shields to Larry Gardner. And Gardner promptly, sharp grounder down to right field. Gardner going all the way. He's going to second. Didn't even he just tore off for second base. And here we go. I got a feeling we're going to have a wild one here, baseball fans and family. All right, Larry Gardner in scoring position now for Jake Stahl. And Jake Stahl uh, hit 3-0. Yeah, good Lord. 301, 3 home runs, 68 runs batted in for him. So lots of speed. Larry Gardner at second, and he's got a good lead. Shields peers over his right shoulder, checks the runner, looks home, has a sign from Deanna Navarro. Navarro with a really good arm there behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner does not go. Jake Stahl shows bunt, pulls back, and that fastball in there for a strike. Here's the pitch, and this one bunted foul, third base side. All right, so Stahl has to be swinging away here. 0-2 pitch, and indeed he does. And soft liner to second. Iwamura up with it, and he looks Gardner back quickly. All right, one away now for the Gray Eagle. What can be said about this guy? 10 home runs, 90 runs batted in, a 383 batting average. Duffy Lewis waits on deck. Little Duffy's Cliff out there, be named after him. 1-0 pitch on the way to the Gray Eagle, and James Shields hits Trish Speaker. So just a little clip job there, but Shields trying to establish that strike zone against the Gray Eagle. Brings up Duffy Lewis. Speed on the base paths for the Boston Red Sox. Wouldn't be surprised to see them running here to try to stay out of the 2-ball. Duffy Lewis hit 284 in 1912, 6 home runs, 109 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch. Oh, this one, beautiful pitch going over the outside corner. That one, a nice slider by James Shields to pick up his first strikeout. So 2 down here for Hall of Famer Harry Hooper. Hooper, 242 hitter in 1912, 2 home runs, and 53 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch. Hooper swings and misses, so James Shields makes sure that 2 Red Sox do not cross that plate. And we will head to the top of the second inning. We are scoreless here in the spanking brand new Fenway Park. Carlos Pena will lead things off here. Pena, 247 average in 2008, 31 home runs, and 102 runs batted in. Bats lefty. Smokey Joe Wood has the sign from Hit Katie. Here's the wine. Count full to Pena. Oh, and the Boston faithful and Smokey Joe Wood wanted that pitch, but this one just off the corner, a little bit low in the inside corner. So second base runner in the game for the Tampa Bay Rays, and brings up Deanna Navarro. 295 average, 7 home runs, 54 runs batted in for him in 2008. Pena, no real speed at first. Count even at 2 each. Swing and a miss. And that time, Smokey Joe Wood just coming with a fastball and saying, if you can catch it, hit it. And he didn't, and he sat. All right, here's Akinori Iwamura now. 274 average, 6 homers, 48 runs batted in. Loved Ichiro Suzuki's speech, by the way. You guys, hopefully you caught that. It was a great speech. 2-2 pitch. Iwamura, knee buckling called. Strike 3. And Smokey Joe, once again, just bringing the gas. Brings up Ben Zobrist now. Zobrist with 12 home runs, 30 runs batted in, a 253 average in 2008. So 2 down here in the top of the second, no score. Count full, swung on, sharply hit to first, but gloving that one up is Jake Stahl, and he will take that one. 3 unassisted no hits, a walk for Tampa Bay. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Heine Wagner, Hit Katie, and Steve Yerkes due up for the 1912 Boston Red Sox. Clinton Park says, a wife who hates baseball is an act for coming up with great books. The Federal League of Baseball Clubs, Robert Wiggins. Oh, got to check that one out. Thank you. Maybe she only pretends to hate baseball, but that's awesome regardless. So here we go. More money I've got to spend now. So I'm spending all day tomorrow to just read as the Inferno has left the Commonwealth, at least for a short time. All right, Heine Wagner, no relation to Hannes Wagner, 2 home runs, 68 runs batted in, a 274 average for him in 1912. Hit Katie, waits on deck. 2-2 pitch on the way now from James Shields. And Wagner swings this one down into left, into the corner. And there goes Heine Wagner. And that's going to be the second extra base hit for the Boston Red Sox in this game. So both of those base hits doubles and coming from leading off each inning. Here's hit Katie now. Catcher hit 259 with 9 runs batted in 1912. Heine Wagner, pretty good speed there at second. Katie settles in the box. James Shields with a check of the runner. The 1-0 pitch. Runner does not go. And hit Katie swings. This one skied out to center field. Camping under that one is B.J. Upton. So Wagner decides to hold and hug the Keystone sack as Steve Yerkes now steps in. Smokey Joe waits on deck. Smokey Joe is a pretty good hitter, by the way, too. We'll get to him when it's his turn, though. 42 ribbies and a 252 average for Steve Yerkes. Heine Wagner aboard 2 hits for these Red Sox, and that's the only number you see up there in the line score. 0-2 pitch on the way. Yerkes swing and a miss. Just flailing at a changeup there from James Shields. So Shields picking up strikeout number 3. And here is Smokey Joe Wood, a 290 hitter with a home run, 10 runs batted in, and 124 bats. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. 1-2 pitch on the way. Smokey Joe tried to hold up, and the man in blue says he went around. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. A man left in scoring position. We head to the top of the 3rd inning here at Fenway Park. We have no score. So Bernie and I should be coming up with another Diamonds and Dice here in about a little over a week. I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about yet. I know it's going to be at his channel. That's all I know. So stay tuned. We'll keep you guys informed once we figure out what we're going to talk about. Have no idea. All right, Jason Bartlett, James Shields in the back of the top of the order, and B.J. Upton. So the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the 2008 Rays. No score here in newly opened Fenway Park. Count full now on Jason Bartlett. Bartlett looks at ball 4. So that one was really, really, really close. Smokey Joe Wood showing a little bit of frustration out there. 2 close pitches that he does not get. So second walk for Smokey Joe Wood to accompany the 3 Ks. He's already hung up. And here's James Shields. Shields in the box. And the 0-1 pitch. And this one bunted out in front of the plate. And right there, hit Katie. Catches it. So how about that? So James Shields does not get the job done. Bartlett with good speed has to remain at first. B.J. Upton now are back at the top of the order. Upton 0 for 1 in the game. Count full. Upton looks at 1 down low. So another walk issued by Smokey Joe Wood. 2 on and only 1 out. Smokey Joe Wood looking for the double play ball here as Eric Hinsky settles in the box. Right fielder, nothing for 1 in the contest. 2-1 pitch. Hinsky swings 6 to 4 to 3, just what the doctor ordered. Smokey Joe Wood induces the double play. 2 walks in the inning. Tampa Bay does not with them, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd. The strains of the Royal Rooters saying, "Let's go, let's go." All right, I want them to sing the damn Tessie song. All right, we're back at the top of the order for the 1912 Scarlet Hose. Larry Gardner, Jake Stahl, and Speaker Gardner 1 for 1 in the game. Open the game with a double. 1-2 pitch on the way. No score here. And Gardner swings, and this one dribbler to second, gobbled up there by Iwamura, and he will go to first. Score that one 4-3. 1 up, 1 down for Jake Stahl, who is nothing for 1. The count, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Stahl.
Strike 3.
And strike 3 called. So Jake Stahl will grab some pine, and James Shields will hang up K number 5. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Gray Eagle. Pitch, and Speaker promptly, little soft liner into center field. And that'll be the 3rd hit for the 1912 Boston Red Sox. And where's our Red Sox expert Bernie Strom when you need him? All right, here is Duffy Lewis now. He is nothing for 1. Speaker, great speed out there at first. The pitch, there goes Speaker, and the throw down, the tag not in time. So Speaker trying to get something going here for these 1912 Boston Red Sox, is now in scoring position, 2 down. Duffy Lewis, 0-1 is the count. Here it comes. Lewis swings, and this one, high fly ball out to right field, going back on that one, and it's gone. Turn and look, and there she goes. And the dead ball team strikes with a 2-run shot. So Duffy Lewis going yard, and the 1912 Red Sox 2-0. Let's have another look at that one. So they're saying if the 1902 Buccos can do it, so can we. So here we go. Duffy Lewis getting good contact on the ball. And ahoy, matey, there she goes. There she blows. All right. Touch 'em all, Duffy. Any man that has a cliff named after him, you gotta love him. All right, brings up Harry Hooper now. Hall of Famer, nothing for 1, 2 down. 2-2 is the count. Struck out his last time up. And this time, bouncer to first base. And Carlo Pena drops the ball, and that is going to be an E3. And Hooper's aboard, and Hooper has wheels. Here's Heine Wagner now. He is 1 for 1. Red Sox trying to bust things open here. It's a dangerous Tampa Bay lineup. Here's the pitch, and there goes the runner. The throw down. Harry Hooper is going to be safe by the proverbial country mile. So good strong peg there by Deanna Navarro, but Hooper getting the good jump off of James Shields. So Hooper, potential third run in scoring position for the 1912 Red Sox as Heine Wagner settles back in the box. The count is full. Here we go. Doubled his last time up. This should end the inning. Grounder to second, and that one indeed does it. Iwamura will go to first, and that is it. But the 1912 Boston Red Sox get 2 runs on 2 hits. Big homer there by Duffy Lewis. We head to the top of the 4th inning. The Red Sox 2 and the Rays nothing. All right, and we're going to see the heart of the order coming up. Evan Longoria, Carlos Pena, and Deanna Navarro for the Tampa Bay Rays. So thus far, Boston kind of owning everything here except the error column, in which they are behind 1-0. Smokey Joe Wood ready to go. Count full. Longoria struck out his last time, and it's another walk issued by Smokey Joe Wood. And your humble broadcaster here is beginning to think that perhaps because of Smokey Joe Wood's earlier protestations again to the man in blue, is that he is not getting that strike zone. So 4 walks, 3 strikeouts by Smokey Joe Wood, and brings up Carlos Pena. 1-2 pitch, and swing and a miss. So Smokey Joe says, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop the hammer, and I'm going to strike this young fella out, and indeed he does. So nice curveball there by Smokey Joe. Now he's even up 4 strikeouts, 4 walks for Deanna Navarro. Longoria, if he gets going, can steal the occasional base. 1-1 pitch on the way to Navarro. Struck out his last time up. This one, fly ball to center field, ranging to his right and calling everybody off is Trespeaker, making it look easier than it was. So 2 down now, I should say, in the top of the 4th inning. Here comes Akinori Iwamura, who is 0 for 1. He's ahead in the count 3-1, but it ain't going to matter because Heine Wagner is going to gobble this one up. And boy, that was a delayed throw on the 6-4 putout, but it works. No runs, no hits, and a runner left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The 1912 Boston Red Sox lead the 2008 Tampa Bay Rays 2-0. I remember when they were the Devil Rays. You guys remember they were the Devil Rays? All right, Hit Katie, Steve Yerkes, and Smokey Joe Wood due up. James Shields has yet to walk a batter, but he's fan 5 through 3. 1-2 pitch. Now to Hit Katie. Flew out his last time up, and this one a little too high, though. Was heading toward the gap, but B.J. Upton and Hinsky converge. Hinsky taking charge and makes the catch. Tim says they're so bad they scared the devil out of their name. No kidding, right? There you go. Yeah, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays and the Florida Marlins and the Miami Marlins. I can't keep track. What's going on down in Florida? Just stick with one baseball team name, guys. Please, please. All right. Tim, got to know when's going to be a good time for you that we can kind of do one of your games on here again. I think it'd be a lot of fun. It's been a while since we've seen any Clee baseball fan 879 baseball on YouTube. Hint, hint, hint. Wink, wink, and nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more. All right. Here's Steve Yerkes now. Nothing for one, batting with one down. Smokey Joe Wood waiting on deck. James Shields ready. The wind and the 1-1 pitch. Steve Yerkes. And this one, hard grounder to short, up with it. And Bartlett over to first for out number 2. All right, here's Smokey Joe. Nothing for one. Hey, Tim just did do a game, damn it. He says just did a game between the 1998 Yankees and the 76 Reds a week or so ago. It's ancient history. Of course, I shouldn't talk. I haven't been doing much of anything either, but there's a good matchup there. 98 Yankees and the 76 Reds. Good stuff, Tim. But you never tell anybody you're doing you just, yeah, I have something coming up. Don't be afraid. I encourage you. I want people to say, hey, I've got this game, that game coming up. Please do, man. All right, here's Smokey Joe Wood batting with 2 down. He would like to contribute on the wicket side of everything here. And here's the pitch. Smokey Joe cutting at the first pitch, and this is going to be a number out in front of the plate. And up with that one is Gianna Navarro. He will go to first, and that's it. So the Boston Red Sox go quietly. We go to the top of the 5th inning. The score remains the Boston Red Sox 2 and the Tampa Bay Rays nada. Ben Zobrist, Jason Bartlett, James Shields due up for the Tampa Bay Rays. Smokey Joe Wood waits, he's shaking off, hit Katie, and now ready to deal to Ben Zobrist to count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zobrist frozen on that pitch. Smokey Joe Wood dropping a beautiful hammer there. So 1 down now, and here comes Jason Bartlett. And the 1-1 pitch to Bartlett. And cut on this one, hit with some authority. Liner to left, but it's Duffy Lewis all the way. 2 up, 2 down now as we get down to James Shields here, who is nothing for one. John DFW says Milwaukee Brewers have the best record in Major League Baseball at the moment. Well, there goes my good day. Oh, my God. Damn Brewers. Come on, Cubbies. Where are you guys? What are you doing? I mean, St. Louis isn't going anywhere. Obviously, the Pirates aren't going anywhere. So I'm counting on the Cubbies to knock those bums off. But I did not know they have the best record in Major League Baseball at the moment. Oh, man. As if they have need anything more to brag about, these Milwaukee fans. Only nice Milwaukee fan I ever met is Nathaniel, and I don't know where the hell he's been. Hopefully he's doing well. So, Kurt Berglund. Isn't Kurt Berglund? He's a nice guy. I think he's a Brewers fan too. So Kurt Berglund, who never comes here, and to Nathaniel, who does. No offense, guys, but you Brewers talk some smack. Got a good team though. Got a good team. All right. 0 for 2. We got to have smack talk. 0-2 pitch. James Shields is going to strike out again. And that is it. So Tampa Bay still looking at a 2-0 deficit as we head to the bottom of the 5th. We're about to make this one official. Kurt is being patient with you playing play ball. So I think Kurt was talking about just some update on his channel and health-wise moving forward. So obviously we all wish Kurt well, and he keeps rocking and rolling and keeping the baseball faith even when he does play other sports in Kurt Berglund's baseball world. Good guy though. Good guy, Kurt. All right, Larry Gardner, we're back at the top of the order. Jake Stahl and Tris Speaker due up for the Boston 9. Larry Gardner 1 for 2 in the game. Count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cut on by Gardner, and this one hard hit to first base. But this time, Carlos Pena is going to take this one 3 unassisted. All right, 1 up, 1 down now, and here's Jake Stahl. Nothing in 2 attempts against James Shields. Count even 2-2. Here we go. And Stahl is going to line drive to right. This one's going to go all the way to the wall in the corner in right field. Jake Stahl will hold at second. So third double for the Boston Red Sox. And don't think there was an organ yet in 1912 in the park, but let's roll with it anyhow. So yeah, Kurt, he truly is. He is a good guy. I love watching Kurt's tutorials. Even for a lot of the games that Kurt plays, I don't play, but really do like what Kurt does. And it sure would be fun for Bernie and I to have Kurt on tonight and do some talking. By the way, I do want to tell you guys, for anybody that plays the Tony La Russa series of games, Tony La Russa Baseball, Derek Bain has been putting out some dead ball seasons for Tony La Russa Baseball. So I'll do one night. I think I have 1901 and 1903 now for the Tony La Russa game. So show you guys that they're free. Join his Facebook group. He's got I think it's called Old Time Baseball Simulations. Great Facebook group, and Derek is just a machine making leagues and just does such a great job. So we haven't seen Derek around in a while, but hopefully all's well with him. All right, Tris Speaker here. Backs with one down. Jake Stahl at second. Here's the pitch. Speaker swings, and this one, Carlos Pena takes the short hop and score that with 3 unassisted. And on the play, Jake Stahl will move to third, 2 down for Duffy Lewis. Duffy Lewis with a 2-run homer his last time up. He does play ball. Clinton Parks says about Kurt Berglund. He says he does play ball on Wednesdays. He's going to understand the game a touch more. So far, he like it. Planning putting 1969 in pocket pennant run play ball. It sounds like fun. It's good. Probably a good year. Good 1969. Good season. Clinton has been doing his best when he can to school me in 1960s baseball, and 69, a hell of a season. Hell of a season. And of course, what a great World Series that was. Even if you're an Orioles fan, yeah, I mean, come on, that was a classic series. All right, Shields working out of the stretch, and the 1-0 pitch. And this one's going to stay in the yard. Grounder to short. Trouble getting the ball out of the glove there by Jason Bartlett, but he does get Duffy Lewis. So the Boston Red Sox waste an extra base hit, and we go to the top of the 6th inning. Boston still leads Tampa Bay 2-0. Back at the top of the order now, B.J. Upton in the box. Smokey Joe Wood with 6 strikeouts, 4 walks through 5. Looks like he might be running out of gas here a little bit. As I said, I decided to normalize this to just default modern era. So we'll see how that works out. Count full on B.J. Upton. And Smokey Joe missing inside. There was no doubt about that one. That was not a close call. There's Mr. Mojo is playing some out of the park baseball 25. Just saw there coming up. And who do we got here? We got Doug Smith. So that does it. Smokey Joe Wood's day is done. And if you look at the line score, Doug Smith is coming in here with no small amount of pressure, not only trying to preserve a 2-zip lead, but the nature of that zip part of the lead. And this is win or go home. Upton with good speed at first. Here's Eric Hinsky now. He is nothing for 2. And the 1-0 pitch from Smith. Hinsky swings. This one back to the mound, and an errant throw at second, and everybody is safe. Uh-oh. All right, so the potential tying run on first base now for Tampa Bay. Nobody out. Speed on the base paths, and here's Evan Longoria now. So Doug Smith needing to bear down here to preserve what Smokey Joe left him. 1-2 pitch. Longoria swings. Hopper to third, and they're going to go to first for the 5-3 putout. So first out of the inning, and on the play, Upton and Hinsky move up, and here's Carlos Pena. Pena with an error in this game with a chance to redeem himself here big time. Smith working out of the stretch in the 1-2 pitch, and Pena checked his swing. They appeal down to the third base ump. They say he went around, so strike 3, 2 down, and Doug Smith's got to get past Deanna Navarro here. He is nothing for 2. Upton a third. Hinsky at second. 2-0 Red Sox lead here in the top of the sixth. And the 1-2 pitch, forthcoming. Navarro hits it. Fly ball out to center field, ranging in, and to his left is the Gray Eagle. So Tampa Bay mounts a fairly serious threat and turned away. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. The 1912 Red Sox 2 and the 2008 Rays nothing. All right, it'll be Harry Hooper, Heine Wagner, and Hit Katie. James Shields staying in there, but he's starting to run out of gas too. So this could be the final inning for him. All right, here we go. And Harry Hooper swinging on the first pitch and fly ball out to right field. Camping under it is Hinsky, and he will make the catch. Score that one F9, 1 up, 1 down for Heine Wagner. Wagner 1 for 2 in the game. Shields rubbing up the ball. Deanna Navarro down with the signs. Smith sets and deals. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Wagner swings this one foul, first base side, and under it and making the catch is Carlos Peña. So 2 up and 2 down for the catcher, Hit Katie. He's nothing for 2. D. Scott Howard joining us here in the inaugural year of Fenway Park and the final round 1 game of the Boston.com tournament. I hope you're doing well, D. Scott. Who are your Dodgers going to play in the World Series this year? Oh, my God. While I'm informed that the Milwaukee Brewers have the best record in Major League Baseball at the moment, I think it's going to be the Dodgers versus somebody in the American League. Fearless prediction. We'll see what happens. 2-2 pitch. 2 hit Katie. Katie swings and a miss. So James Shields picks up strikeout number 6. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. And we are in the visitors' half of the 7th inning. And the 1912 Red Sox lead the 2008 Rays 2-0. Oh, my God. And shots fired? Not shots fired, but Clinton Park saying grandpa to D. Scott Howard. I didn't know, Clinton. I didn't even know you and D. Scott were related. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, here we go. And it will be Ganori Iwamura, Ben Zobrist to Jason Bartlett. I do up to 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Tampa Bay Rays. The 2-0 deficit in a win or go home. Larry Page now on in relief for the Boston Red Sox. Or Larry Pape, I'm sorry. So Pape 1-1 in 1912. He walked 16, struck out 17. A rather lofty ERA of 4.99, lofty in any era. All right, Pape has a sign from Hit Katie, trying to preserve something special here for Smokey Joe Wood. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Iwamura in the box. Lefty tries to hold up, and they say he went around. And that one on a slider there by Larry Pape, so he picks up his first K of the game. And here's left fielder Ben Zobrist. He is born no fruit, if you will, in 2 attempts. 2-0 pitch on the way to Zobrist. Zobrist cuts on this one, and routine grounder to second. And up with that one is Steve Yerkes, and he will fire on to Jake Stahl for the 4-3 textbook putout. 2 up, 2 down. It's Jason Bartlett. Yep, he's running out of gas, John. Running out of gas. Remember, I set this to default modern era. So, yep. So the game will adjust for that in tournament mode and really kind of any mode. So, yeah, throwing that kind of special thing, he is out of there. He's starting to look a little shaky. I had some walks and stuff there. So, I probably would have allowed Smokey Joe at least another inning. But, yep, he is watching this game. And I think he's on the telephonic device with Walter Johnson right now. And Aaron Reed joining us here at Fenway Park. Aaron, great to see you here in this final round 1 game of the Boston.com tournament on Out of the Park Baseball 26. 2 down for the shortstop Jason Bartlett, who is nothing for 1. Larry Pape ready to deal. He's behind 3-1 to Bartlett. Flew out his last time up, and this time Just taps it back to Larry Pape, and he's going to go to first base to Jake Stahl. And it is seventh inning stretch time here at Fenway Park. The 1912 Red Sox leading the 2008 Rays 2-0. D. Scott Howard says the trails remind him of playing softball in the 70s. Nice. I like that it makes the action a little bit easier to see, rather than getting the close camera views and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess they do. I guess they would, right? All right. It will be. Oh, that's it. So James Shields is done. So who do we got here? We got Trevor Miller here on in relief. Miller's record in 2008 for these Rays: 2 wins, no losses, 20 strikeouts, 44 or 20 walks, 44 strikeouts, a 4.15 earned run average. He will face Steve Yerkes. We'll see whether Larry Pape will bat for himself. And then back to the top of the order, and Larry Gardner. 2-0 your score here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Yerkes, nothing for 2 thus far in the game. Heading the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Grounded to short his last time up. Yerkes swings. He ain't grounding out to anybody this time. Line drive, base hit, right field. Hinsky wisely letting that one drop in. Hinsky runs in, tries to make that catch, and that ball's rolling all the way to the wall. All right, so Carlos Pena is going to be holding Yerkes honestly there at first. And here's Olaf Henriksen. So Olaf, we've seen in many games when we've had the 1912 Red Sox, used largely in a pinch hitting role for Boston in that year. A 321 average for Henriksen, with 8 runs batted in, had 56 at bats for the 1912 Boston Red Sox. Count full. Henriksen lays off ball 4, good eye. So the Red Sox now with 2 on, nobody out. And here's Larry Gardner. He has a hit in 3 attempts today. So Red Sox looking to pad this 2-0 lead. The count 1 ball, no strikes. And Larry Gardner shows bunt and pulls back, and that's a strike. 2-1 pitch. Gardner showing bunt again. Here we go. Count even at 2. And he doesn't even move the stick. So Trevor Miller picks up the strikeout on a fastball. And here's Jake Stahl now. Jake Stahl has a hit in 3 attempts. Trevor Miller looking for a double play ball here. 1-2 pitch on the way to Jake. Yeah, but he'll take the strikeout. So Jake Stahl strikes out on the slider. 2 down. And second strikeout for Trevor Miller. And here's Tris Speaker. 1 for 2 in the game for the Gray Eagle. And this one should be an RBI. And the 1912 Boston Red Sox, the play at the plate, not in time. So Navarro spins around, tries to make the tag, but Tris Speaker comes through clutch, picks up an RBI single, and the 1912 Boston Red Sox tack on another 3-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. And here's Duffy Lewis. Duffy Lewis with a home run in this game, a 2-run shot back in the 3rd. So Olaf Henriksen, who came on to pinch hit, drew the walk, and Tris Speaker with an RBI single. Those are your runners at second and first, respectively. And here is Duffy Lewis. 1-2 pitch now. Duffy grounded out back in the 5th. And this time, line drive, base hit, center field. And they're going to send the runner. Here comes Henriksen. The play at the plate, and he is out of there. Navarro, this time with a quick tag. But 1 run with 2 runners left on. And we head to the top of the 8th inning. And the Boston Red Sox lead this one 3-0. Jack Bushelman will come on now in relief for the 1912 Red Sox. And let me see, do we have any other defensive changes? We do not. However, we have a pinch hitter due up here, or at the plate now for the 2008 Rays, and that is Gabe Gross. So a 242 average for him, 13 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Bushelman's record in 1912, 1 win, no losses, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, a 4.7 earned run average. And there's the line score. So that tells the story of what's going on thus far, guys. And the 0-1 pitch on the way to Gabe Gross. The lefty swings, and that's going to break up the no-hitter. This one off the Lifebuoy sign in the alley and left. And here we go, leadoff double. So the Boston staff trying to preserve that no-hitter, and it is finally broken up in the 8th. So there we go. On this channel, it's only been Scott McGregor that's ever hurled a no-hitter. I was hoping Boston could pull it off. All right, here's BJ Upton. We're back at the top of the Tampa Bay Rays order, and he is nothing for one. Gabe Gross, decent speed at second. Bushelman checks the runner, looks home, has a slide from Hit Katie. Count full, and here we go. Fastball misses inside, and they are not happy here in Boston. 2 on, nobody out for Eric Hinsky. Jack Bushman looking to turn a little double play action. 1-0 pitch on the way to Hinsky. Reached an error. This is not going to be a double play. This is going to be a game-tying home run, and so it goes from a no-hitter to a whole new ball game. 3-run shot by Eric Hinsky. 3-run shot, and yes, there are a few vocalizations of disappointment here and disapproval in Boston, and nonetheless, let's have another look at that one again. Bernie, they need you here, man. And this one's out of here. All right, well, here we go. Here we go. The baseball stands, it says Beatles. He says it does have a 27-minute game from the 1971 Seaver replay if you want to show that game. Yeah, Seaver and Doc Ellis. Why not? John DFW says, wow. So here we go. Yeah. Man, oh, man, oh, man. So the no-hitter that was begat by none other than Smokey Joe Wood. 2 other Boston pitchers tried to hold it, and then reliever number 4 says, I don't know. I like home runs, and it's now 3-3. So the line thus far for Tampa Bay, 3-2-1, and for the 1912 Boston Red Sox, 3-8-1. And we have a relief pitcher now for the Boston Red Sox, and it's Casey Hageman. No wins or losses in 1912. Struck out 1 batter, walked 3. We are, an ERA that's like really high up there, dude. All right, here we go. Longoria batting. Nobody out. 2-2 pitch on the way to Evan Longoria. Bounced out to Larry Gardner last time. Longoria skies this one to right field, ranging over to his right. Harry Hooper calling off Tris Speaker for out number 1. Okay, here's Carlos Pena now. He is nothing for 2. Count full on Pena. Struck out his last time out. Little dribbler to third. And up with that one's Chick Stalling. He's going to toss to Hageman, covering him the 3-1 put out. 2 up, 2 down for Deoner Navarro. Or rather, not 2 up, 2 down, but 2 up, 2 down since the home run. 2 up, 2 down. All right. Count full on Deoner Navarro. Flew out the speaker his last time up. Swung on, base hit, right field. Someone's always shining in those days, says D. Scott Howard, referring to the softball. So yesterday was Jerry Garcia's birthday, by the way. May his memory be eternal. The great Jerry Garcia. Yeah, just a touch of gray. Jerry, where are you? We need you now. We need you, Jerry. We need Jerry Garcia, John Lennon, George Harrison. We need these guys back. Yeah, we need them back. All right. So here is Akinori Iwamura. That's such a fun name to say. Sounds like a brand of, I don't know, sushi. I'll have some Akinori Iwamura. It's a great name. I'm terrible with Japanese names, but I'm getting there. So Iwamura. All right, Deoner Navarro on at first. And the count full. Oh, my goodness gracious. So goes around. Katie with the appeal. Side retired, but 3 mammoth runs score for the Tampa Bay Rays. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it is 3-3. What do we got here? J.P. Howell will come in now to pitch for the Tampa Bay Rays. Jerry Garcia and Mickey Mantle died 4 days apart in 1995. This is a Clee baseball fan. Yep. So tough day for rock music and for baseball. Howell's record in 2008, for anybody who's curious, and of course we all are, 6 wins, 1 loss, 39 strikeouts, 39 walks. Yeah. 92 strikeouts, and a dead ball, 2.22 earned run average for J.P. Howell as he's ready to face the number 5, 6, 7 hitters in this 1912 Boston Red Sox lineup. Harry Hooper, Heine Wagner, and Hit Katie. Hooper, nothing for 3. A couple good plays out in right field today, but that's it. Count full on the Hall of Famer Hooper. Here's the pitch. Hooper swings, and this is going to get down for a base hit, right field. So 9th hit for the Boston Red Sox in this game. And as the Gloman starts a roaming here at Fenway Park, here's Heine Wagner. He's 1 for 3. And the runner goes to throw down, and they're going to have Harry Hooper by a country mile. So great throw by Deanna Navarro. Hooper did have a stolen base earlier in the game, but no avail now. All right, Wagner back in there with the bases empty, 1 away. Boston trying to get something going. 0-2 is your count. Popped out to first last time up, and he's going to pop to catcher or pitcher. He's going to pop to catcher this time. All right, Deanna Navarro making the play in foul territory, first base side. 2 down for Hit Katie, who has nothing for 3. Howell winds and deals. 1-0 pitch to Hick. And this one, hard hit ground ball to right. 1 batter too late. Hit Katie aboard, and that is the 10th hit for the Boston Red Sox. And the Royal Rooters trying to get this crowd back into this game. Just a collective sort of shock here at Fenway Park in that 3-run shot back in the top of the 8th that tied this ball game. No hitter going into that inning. So the Royal Rooters trying to get him going, and we have a pinch runner now. And this man's got some jets here. Neil Ball will come on now. He is a pinch runner for the Boston Red Sox with 2 away, and Steve Yerke's 1 for 3. So if they're going to send Neil with 2 outs, you might as well, if you're using him as a pinch runner. 1-2 pitch. Runner does not go. Fly ball out to center field, and on his horse is B.J. Upton calling off Eric Hinsky, and side retired. It is 3-3, gents. We go to the top of the 9th inning. And it's going to be Ben Van Dyke, no relation to Dick Van Dyke, although Dick Van Dyke being, damn near 100 years old? Was he 99? So Dick Van Dyke, born, 12 years after this team was playing. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. But anyhow, Ben Van Dyke, no record, 14 1/3 pitched in 1912. 7 walks, 8 strikeouts, and a 3.14. Hey, there's a little pie there. That was really bad. Here we go. 1-0 pitch. Zobrist grounded out to Yerke's last time up, and he's going to ground out to Heine Wagner short this time up. When we go to the Boston 9th, it's going to be, probably Les Nonamaker, and then Larry Gardner and Jake Stahl. Parallel League says pulling the starting pitchers early is used to disadvantage the dead ball teams. They do not have bullpens. It is. I concede that. Definitely. Parallel League. The problem is that if I would have normalized this to any other era, then the dead ball pitchers, I think, would have had too much of an advantage. And since we've had a couple dead ball teams move ahead in this, but you're right, they didn't. You're absolutely spot on. Relievers were brought in back in those days if either your arm was falling off or you were leading by 37 runs or something like that. Of course, unless you're the Pittsburgh Pirates and you blow a 9-run first-run inning and lose 17-16 to the worst team in baseball. But there we go. That's how it is in Pirate Land these days. Jason Bartlett, 0-for-2. And here is the pitch from the lefty. Bartlett, little bouncer to short. Good stop there by Heine Wagner. And throwing from the knees, gets him by a step. Nice play there by Heine Wagner. Taking a page out of the Hannes Wagner book. Cliff Floyd. Everybody's been waiting for Cliff Floyd, and here he is. Well, probably two of you were waiting for Cliff Floyd. 11 home runs, 39 runs batted, and a 268 average with 2 down, bases empty. Top of the 9th. 0-2 pitch to Floyd. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nice fastball there by Ben Van Dyke. Tampa Bay goes 1-2-3. It's the bottom of the 9th. Grant Balfour will come in now. 6-2 record in 2008 with 82 strikeouts, 24 walks for Grant Balfour. Let's look around here. Make sure I didn't miss any other defensive substitutions. I did not. Les Dunamaker now making his first plate appearance in the series. In the 1912 season, though, 252 average, 6 runs batted in. All right, so hit Katie out of there. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Les Dunamaker. Oh, there we go. There's a little freezer there for you. So that curveball just dropping in on the corner. 1 up and 1 down back to the top of the order for Larry Gardner, who has been successful 25% of his time at the plate today. 3-0 pitch as Kiss plays in 1912, damn it. Someday I'd have to remember to shut that off. 4-pitch walk, the speedy Larry Gardner on at first. And here's Jake Stahl, 1-for-4. Jake would love a walk-off here. And he gets a little bunt back to the mound. I thought that hit him. Looked like it actually hit the bat. But anyhow, the bunt gets down. Sacrifice is successful. 2 down. And the walk-off, winning run, potential walk-off winning run at the Keystone Sack. And here is the Gray Eagle. Tris Speaker, 2-for-3 on the day with a run batted in. Can the Red Sox do it? A base hit by Speaker, and Gardner does score. Here is the pitch. And, yep, they're going to walk intentionally. They're going to walk Tris Speaker intentionally, and why wouldn't you? But you got to remember, Duffy Lewis has had an even better day, 2-for-4 with that 2-run homer. So the Reds were, the Reds and the Pirates, man, Reds and the Pirates doing some weird, some bad baseball moments. Parallel League says that the Reds were down 8 Thursday night, came back to be up only to lose it in the 10th. Those are heartbreakers. But you guys didn't lose to the Colorado Rockies, though. Reds, man, that was just, I'm like, okay, so hey, we're on a little winning streak, and we'd won 8 of our last 9, and we go into Colorado. And I remember mentioning to somebody at work, I'm like, I got a bad feeling. A 9-run first, and we blew it. And I think that was Colorado's 28th win of the season. I mean, the Pirates are bad, but good God, that was just awful. All right, now. Larry Gardner second, Tris Speaker trailing on first. Duffy Lewis with a good day. He wouldn't mind another tater here. 2-0 pitch to Duffy. And that ain't going to happen. Grounder to short. We're going to have extras here, I think. No, wait, will we? Yep. Close play at second, but they got him. So we go to extra innings. It is 3-3, top of the 10th inning. Ben Van Dyke will stay on in relief for the 2008 Rays as B.J. Upton. Nothing for 1 today. Here we go. Count full on Upton. Walked his last time up. Swing and a miss. Steer right 3. Nice fastball there by Ben Van Dyke. 91 on the fictional clock here in 1912. Eric Hinsky now 1-for-4. Eric Hinsky with a big home run in this game. 2-run bomb. Or 3-run bomb, I should say. Hinsky swings, and that one, sinking liner, Little Quayle type liner, if you will. A Dan Quayle job to left. You guys remember Dan Quayle? What was the word he couldn't? Was it potatoes he couldn't spell? I can't remember, something like that. All right, here's Evan Longoria. I have no life, so I study these things. Dan Quayle had trouble with roots and tubers, apparently. Evan Longoria, nothing for three. Eric Kinski on at first. Everybody's saying we need a real broadcaster, and you're right. 1-2 pitch, fastball. Look at that, Ben Van Dyke. He's doing his little bit of big train action there. Third strikeout for him. 2 down, and here's Carlos Pena. When we go to the bottom of the 10th inning, it's going to be Hooper, Wagner, and Van Dyke. All right, yeah, good to see extra innings without a ghost runner. Oh my God. How about it? Parallel League says my friend got tickets to see the Reds beat the Rockies, and she caught the game. The Reds lost. Oh my God! So what's the deal? The Rockies, man, they're beating up on NL Central here. So was the Rockies you guys lost to after all? Jeez. I wonder if when you get a team that's just got the worst record in Major League Baseball, right? It's August and they've only won 20 some games, right? They on pace actually to be worse than the 2024 White Sox. I wonder if they let up on these guys a little bit. Okay, there we go. So Tim, I'm going to put this up here. Hit the sound cut out. This is out of the park being out of the park. So Tim says that Dan Quayle spelled potato as potato with an E, and the Simpsons did the Bart chalkboard soon after as a spelled potato, not potato. Love it. The days when Republicans were fun. I miss that. Okay, so tonight's win. So the Colorado Rockies have won 30 games as of the what is today? The 3rd of August, 2nd of August, whatever. It just turned into the 3rd of August. Wow, 30 wins. Sheesh. And at least 2 of those coming at the expense of 2 National League Central teams. Eric Kinski on at first, 2 down. Ben Van Dyke looking for another K here. Will he get it? Here's the pitch. No, he won't. The runner goes. The throw down. A rather flaccid throw, if you will. Not turgid at all. Having fun here tonight. All right, Hinsky gets the steal. Full count. Swung on, and this is going to be trouble. Line drive, base hit to left field. Coming around to score is Eric Hinsky. Dunamaker missing with the tag. And Carlos Pena with the RBI single. And if this holds on, nobody's going to remember that little E3 action over there. Here's Deanna Navarro. Ben Van Dyke looking for that last out. Checks Carlos Pena. No speed at first. Jake Stahl not even holding him on. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on. And this one, cranked deep to left. This is going to get down and hit the Lifebuoy sign in the alley. And yes, there's a rather large woman warming up her pipes. It is 5-3, and the Red Sox are in a heap of trouble now. Over 4 for Akinori Iwamura. 2-2 pitch.
Strike 3.
And there we go. The final out comes a little bit too late, but indeed it does come. 2 runs and 3 hits, no errors. They strand a runner in scoring position, but big 2 plated. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. It's up to Harry Hooper, Heine Wagner, and pretty sure a pinch hitter for Ben Van Dyke. Okay, so the Rockies have 30 wins after 110 games, and the White Sox had 27. So the White Sox rooting for the Rockies to lose more games, apparently, right? Wow. All right. It's kind of weird, right? In the past few seasons, we've been talking about the A's being the worst team in baseball and blah, blah, blah. And now it's the White Sox last year and the Rockies this year. All right, Hooper 1 for 4. Stolen base in this game. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Base hit his last time up. And the Boston Red Sox, 2 outs away from elimination. Here's Heine Wagner. He is 1 for 4. Grant Balfour staying on. He's behind in the count, 3-1. Heine Wagner draws the walk, and the potential tying run comes to the plate here in Boston as they celebrate the inaugural year of baseball, Major League Baseball's oldest park. And here is Bill Kerrigan. Steve Yerke's waits on deck. Bill Kerrigan called to pinch hit, 24 runs batted in, 263 average for him in 1912. Wagner's got wheels. 3-1 pitch. Kerrigan draws the walk. Here we go. Is this shades of our 1902 Pittsburgh Pirates game? Here's Steve Yerke's now with 2 on. Yerke's 1 for 4 in the day. Wagner at second, trailing him Bill Kerrigan at first. The 1-2 pitch to Yerke's flew out his last time up, and this one's going to get down. Base hit. Base hit, and here come the Red Sox. Oh, and stopping at third. Oh, man, that was close. So as Kerrigan thought about going all the way home, they would have nailed him. But look at this. The Red Sox now 5-4, and here's Les Nunemaker. So with 1 out, Nunemaker just dumps one anywhere on the right-hand side. Kerrigan probably scores. Infield playing in, tried to cut off that run. Yerke's at second. Nunemaker came in as a pinch hitter, stayed in to catch. From the stretch, and a 3-2 pitch. Nunemaker looks at a called strike 3. Oh, Grant Balfour picks up another strikeout. And that's it now. So we have Chad Bradford coming in to face Larry Gardner. All right. So Larry Gardner, 1 for 4. Bradford's numbers, a 1.42 earned run average, 4 strikeouts, 8 walks, 1 win, no losses in 2008. Tampa Bay on the cusp of moving ahead, but Boston wants to make him work for it. Larry Gardner, 1 for 4. Bradford out of the stretch, and the 0-2 pitch is swung on, and this should be your ball game. Yep. And that is it. Carlos Pena making the catch. And that is your ball game. And the Tampa Bay Rays of 2008 storm back. And despite a little threat in the bottom of the 10th inning, they advanced to round 2. And let's just look at the line score. What a tough game. Poor Smokey Joe Wood, huh? For the Tampa Bay Rays of 2008, 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. For the 1912 Boston Red Sox, 4 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. So let's look at how matchups are going to be looking in round 2. Let's first look at I know Clinton always likes to look at pitching here. Balfour gets the win for Tampa Bay. Bradford picks up the save. Smokey Joe Wood does not figure in the decision, lost the no-hitter. Well, he didn't lose it. It was who came on after him that gave it up, and that was Bushelman. Jack Bushelman got the blown save. Ben Van Dyke gets the loss. Your player of the game, James Shields. So James Shields also not figuring in the decision. Balfour with the win, as we said. Let's leave the game, and let's look at round 2, because I think we have to finish today. Let me make sure there's nobody in round 1. I don't think there's anything in round 1. Let's finish today. Boop. Did we finish today? Are we finishing today? Yeah, there we are. Let's look at our matchups. So in round 2, here we go. Wow, and couldn't have scripted this one better. We have some we have some rivals going against each other. So the 1902 Pirates against the 1976 Reds. We got the 1929 Athletics against the 1927 Yankees. That's going to be fun. Couldn't change the name, so we're using the Cleveland Guardians because you can't change it in tournament mode here. Guardians versus Rockies, so not necessarily a rivalry there. Blue Jays and Rays, good stuff. The 1906 Chicago Cubs against the 1986 New York Mets. I believe these are the 98 Astros against the 1922 St. Louis Browns. I'm rooting for them. The 1935 Tigers against I think it's the whatever year, Angels they are, 2002. And then finally, the 2011 Rangers against the 1983 Brewers. So this could be a fun round two. Again, this is just one and done all the way through. Royal Rooters are are mauling the Red Sox manager. There's Nathaniel. Hey, buddy, how are you doing, man? So your Milwaukee Brewers, I'm told by Tim, the Milwaukee Brewers have the best record in Major League Baseball. So work and looking for a place to live is taking your time. Well, we miss you too, brother. I haven't been on very much, but man, we miss you. Again, was wondering where you were. Mentioned you and Kurt Berglund are the only Brewers fans I've ever met that are or know of, I should say, that are pretty cool people. Pretty cool people. So there's what we got going on for that. We can talk some baseball. We can have Tim come on if Tim wants to come on, show a game. Or if it's a bit late for him, we can do that another night. This is my Friday night, so I'm up for anything. This has been a really fun tournament so far. John, I will zip up those rosters I created. Please feel free to make whatever changes you want to make. Do whatever you want with them, man. Put them up there for anybody that wants them. I'll put them up under the Out of the Park Baseball section of the Net of the Greavy Discord. All right. Smoky Joe Wood. Smoky Joe Wood. Smoky Joe Wood. Okay, Tim, let's get you set up here in a second. I want to see if I can. Yeah, see, you can't do that. It kind of sucks. Because it'd be fun. Like, what I would like them to add, just to see how it would work. What I'd love for them to do is to if you're doing like a cross era tournament like this, that in the second round maybe you could change the default to a different era. I think that'd be kind of fun. I'm almost tempted to up the roster limit, but I think we'll wait till round 3 to do that. So I think lots of people are getting their kicks on Route 66. So this was a 32 team tournament. And again, I'm liking the matchups that we have coming up in round 2. We're going to save the Pirates and Reds. We're going to save that. I kind of wish the Mets, but the Phillies got knocked out of this thing. But Mets Phillies game would have been really fun. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get Tim here. He's going to have to give me the link, and we're gonna have some commentary. We're gonna have some Clee Baseball Fan 870. Oh, you're very welcome, John. Very welcome. No, I haven't been on. The last time I was on was last week, I believe, Nathaniel. So, I mean, I do some Ernie Harwell games now and then, and if actually, yeah, I've been doing a lot. I am getting back to it though. So I'm going to tell you guys right off before we get to our next part of the program that while I am a Buccos fan, I'm rooting for the 1922 Browns going forward in this. I love this team. They're so much fun. So much fun, these 1902 Browns. All right. I will bring up Tim, if Tim would put that in the chat, and we'll get this going. YouTube, I have the creators rights. He's just going to stream it over here. But this channel isn't monetized, so I guess they're not going to really kick up a fuss. Clinton Park says, here's the scenario. Top of the 9th, runners in second and third, batters pinch hitter Chuck Hiller Pirates with a 5-3 lead, and the pitch. Oh God, don't make me hurt, man. And the pitch. Nathaniel says fell asleep right away during your Ernie Harwell games. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess hey, if Ernie is offering some sleep, then I think that's a good thing. And I'm realizing here that I gotta like actually invite Tim. I'm like duh. So I'm just gonna copy this right into the chat, Tim. and boom. So I'm thinking, wow, where's Tim, man? And then I forgot to do this bit. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that's just for Tim. There we go. Using EVMUX. Hopefully, I don't screw this up. Still not used to this streaming software, but I really like it a lot. Really like it a lot. So you guys are using StreamYard. You might want to think about this one. It's less expensive and it does more. It won't wax your floors or anything like that, or give your loved one a Brazilian wax, but it's really good. It's really good. I've really haven't done much with it. I like the little ticker thing at the bottom. I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of like become my best friend. That should tell you about the state of affairs in my life right now. So wait and see if that actually works for Tim, and if so, we know that him putting the YouTube link will also work in here. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. Hope. Um, I'm always looking for ideas for new projects, guys. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. Until the big update comes out for Pocket Pennant Run, my idea that's going to be when we'll pick a game from history, Major League Baseball history, talk about it, play it out, whatever, have some fun. So Nathaniel has some good news here. He says that he did get the coaching job. Now you're trying to find a place to move into. Always helps. Well, congratulations, man. So glad you got it. So glad you got it. Always happy when the fam gets good news. All right, fly ball to Bill Vernon. That's the ball game. The Buccos take it. 5-3. Dick Schofield was the man with a 2-run double in the eighth. Schwal is the winner, and Shaw picks up the loss. Let's go, Bucks. Let's go, Buccos. All right. So Clinton get good news here. A little Pirate win. And is Tim still with us? Is he in the? Is he like in the green room here or something? I guess not. Ugh, doesn't show anybody in the green room. Did I lose Tim? Damn it, Tim! I'm sorry. Did I lose you? Guess I lost Tim. I'm bummed. Ah. Oh my God. You're in the green room. Okay, I got to figure out where the damn green room is in this thing. Holy schmoly. Wow. So, because this does not do, it doesn't show like the green room thingy. Holy moly. Hmm. Oh my God. Is my face red? Do I add a scene? Um, where's Tim? I'm trying to find you, man. Oh my God, this sucks. Is it no? Is it no? Oh my God. Yeah, I'm looking here, man. I'm looking. Ah, there you are.
Okay.
He's here. Whew. Okay. And I'm like about to have an aneurysm here. I'm like, come on, man, where is he? All
Okay.
right. How you doing, bud?
Hanging in there.
Yeah.
I guess I should be thankful that this was text. Hold on. Let me, this is okay. So I'm getting a little reverb. But this was a text-free weekend.
Okay.
My TV decided to not show picture.
Really?
Yep. All I got was sound.
Oh my God. So I mean, like, it just, have you gotten it fixed yet, or is it?
No, I don't even bother because it costs the amount that it costs to fix it. Just I bought a new TV with it anyways.
Well, I mean, that's something, right? I mean,
Yeah.
God. So are you going to be getting back on the baseball? You're going to be getting back to broadcasting in a more regular? Do you think at some point, Tim? Or?
I'll try, but I can't guarantee anything.
Oh, yeah, fair dinkum. Fair dinkum. I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you're missed here, man. But I hate you get busy and stuff like that, and other
A lot of
things.
it's just being lazy, I guess.
Well, that's okay. Lazy is good too. Lazy is a good thing too. So we can just BS some baseball. We can show one of your games, whatever you want to do, man. Just nice to have you on here for a little bit.
I think I'll go ahead because I can share one of my screens here. So
yeah.
So let me do that.
Sounds good. Yeah. Shame, Muggsy. So how? You know what? I'm gonna while you're doing that. Oh, there we go. He's sharing his screen. Okay, here we go. Boink.
So let's go full screen here.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, so this was, I'll give a little commentary. So this was, oh god, I can't even tell you what year this was, but I was filming on the upside here, and so the cards will be upside down.
Okay.
And I also had the clipboard in the picture. So this is before I did the base runners and the outs and all that stuff.
Okay.
So
let's do it, man. So some Stratomatic baseball from Clee Baseball Fan 79 guys, and anybody catching this afterwards.
This was uploaded February 7th, 2021.
Good Lord. All right. Vintage. You were, in fact, weren't you? You were still, weren't you? No. When did you switch from, when did you become Clee Baseball? Because you were everybody knows you were Tribe fan before.
I don't recall. It had to be at least since, let's see, this is year 3, I think.
Yeah. So okay. So you were Clee Baseball fan even then. Okay.
No, I was Tribe fan.
You're still okay. You're a Tribe fan. All right, nice.
Yes, I was a Tribe fan up until probably 2022 or 2023.
All right. So, guys, here we go. Some Stratomatic here by the man who does the strat. He does it. Let's do it up, Tim.
All right.
Well, hello, everyone. This is Tim once again from Tribe Fan.
I'm getting an echo.
Let me mute my mic, maybe. I don't know if that's going to help. Try that.
879 YouTube channel, and this is start number 3.
No.
Because I'm wearing headphones. Have you? I wonder.
I've got the YouTube muted. Maybe I can mute my mic.
Because I don't have. Yeah, I don't have. Because through this, I'm not actually on YouTube, so I don't have YouTube up.
Now, but if you guys can't hear anything, I'm going to press play. Let me know.
Yeah, please, guys.
3 for Tom Seaver in 1971 using Stratomatic Advanced. Today, the Pittsburgh Pirates will be visiting Shea Stadium to play the Mets.
You still are? You still are? Up.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that sucks. Well, what? Let's
hold on a second.
Okay.
Why am I in here twice? It says like no connection.
Yeah, let's take that out there. Now you should just be in here as you.
Okay, so let's.
I might be doing something stupid on my end.
Okay,
I wouldn't be surprised. There we go.
Okay, let's see here. Also shared here. Okay, that one we'll want. Oops.
This is Tim once again from Tribe Fan 879 YouTube channel, and this is start number 3 for Tom Seaver in 1971 using Stratomatic Advanced. Today, the Pittsburgh Pirates will be visiting Shea Stadium to play the Mets, and the pitching matchup, of course, Tom Seaver for the Mets and Doc Ellis for the Pirates. This should be a good one. And leading off and playing second base for the Pirates is Dave Cash. And here's the first pitch. 4-9 to the shortstop. That is Harrelson. 1 and a 4 should be in range. And it is. So Harrelson gets it, throws it to first. 1 down. Here is Richie Hebner, the third baseman. 6-12. That's to the left fielder. Cleon Jones, 2 and a 15 is in range, so makes the nice running catch. 2 down, and here is Roberto Clemente, of course, playing right field. And 670 draws a walk, so 2-out walk to Clemente. He will not be held on. And here is Pops Willie Stargell playing left field. And 5-6, swinging a miss, strike 3, and that'll retire the side. So after a half inning, it's the Pirates nothing and the Mets coming to bat. All right, here's Tommy Agee playing center field. And a 4-11 against a righty is a fly ball to left. 1 down, and here is Bud Harrelson, the shortstop. And a 5-9 against a lefty. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3 as well. So quickly 2 are out. Here in the bottom half of the first, no score. Here's Cleon Jones, the left fielder. And a 5-6 is a fly ball to center. So seems like everything off the pitcher's cards in the first inning. So we'll see if this continues or not. So starting the second inning, here's the center fielder, Al Oliver. There's something off the hitter's cards. Fly ball to center, 1 down. Here's Bob Robertson, the first baseman. 2-11, ground ball to short. Throws to first, does Harrelson, 2 down. And here's Manny Sanguillen, the catcher. 4-8, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So second strikeout of the game for Seaver. And the Pirates are retired in order. Go to the bottom half of the second. No score. And leading off is Don Clendenin, the first baseman. And a 4-10 is a fly ball to center field. Racing in is Oliver. He will make the catch. 1 down. And here's Ken Singleton, the switch hitting right fielder. 2-11. There's no correction, so that's a ground ball to first. Robertson takes it to the bag himself, 2 down. And here is Ken Boswell. 1-9, ground ball right back to the mound. Ellis takes it to first, and that'll retire the side. 2 complete here at Shea, no score. And here is Jackie Hernandez, the shortstop. 2-3, pop up behind home plate. Grody calls for it. 1 down, and here's Ellis to bat. Using pitcher hitting card number 3, he is a switch hitter with weak power. And a 1-6 is a ground ball to Harrelson. 2 down. Back to the top of the order. Here's Dave Cash, grounded out his first time up. And a 5-5. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Going to the bottom half of the third, no score. And here is Bob Aspromonte, the third baseman. And a 3-11 is a ground ball to third. Easy play for Hebner over to Robertson, 1 down. And here is Jerry Grody, the catcher. And a 5-5 against the righties, ground ball to third. Hebner again over to first, 2 down. And here's Seaver using pitcher hitting card number 3. He has normal power though. And a 5-4 to the third base, and that should be automatic for Hebner at third. And it is. So Richie Hebner handling all 3 chances here in the bottom half of the third. We go to the top half of the fourth. No score. And here is Richie Hebner. So make all 3 plays, and then you get to lead off the next inning. Next half inning, I should say. And a 2-5, and Hebner rips one to the gap, and it's off the wall. And it bounces away from Agee, and Hebner will go into third with a stand-up triple. Oh, he was 1-11 for a home run. And he got a 14, but still, leadoff triple for Hebner. And here's Roberto Clemente, one out and runner on, or nobody
I
out,
guess
runner
he
on
was
third.
digging for that one, Tim.
And they'll just play normal. They'll concede the run. 5-8 to the second base. Now this should get the run home almost automatically. Boswell 3 and a 10 is out of range. So we'll go to his error rating. He is an E24. So he'll need an 8 to 12 just to get an out. And that's a 10, so I guess this is ground ball A, runner on third. Yep. To the second baseman. So Clemente, hard ground ball to second. Boswell handles it, throws to first, but the run from third will score.
I guess I should also say that I'm using super advanced rules for advancing runners.
Okay.
Usually for advanced, ground ball to second A does not allow the runner from score. I think that was the stupidest rules that they made. It's like, just put them all for everything. Like a ground ball to second scores anybody, unless they're playing in.
Right. Now, I like how you're able to like fluidly go between advanced and adopt super advanced when need be and stuff like that. You man, I wish I would have known you back in my college days when we were playing Strat. Could have used you, man. We're like, wait a minute, because we'd argue over the super advanced stuff. Wait, it means this, it means that. Oh my god.
The plate blocking and the home run robbing I don't do.
Okay.
Even super advanced, but I'll do the, and then like the cutoff rule is kind of a little vague. I know there has to be like runners on first and second. Everything is just a runner on first, but I think it's first and second. So I'll have to reread that rule again.
But definitely a lot going on with super advanced. Good God.
Yeah, well, it's essentially there's stealing and there's a let's see if I could show. If you can see the 212 on Clemente's column.
I gotta make this
on the right-handed side.
Okay.
There's a little there's a split underneath it.
Looking. Okay.
Yeah, so in super advanced, you take the top part. It's not a single. You have to roll the d20 to be in range there.
Okay.
So, yeah. So in advanced, I don't do that, and I don't use the clutch situations.
So before you continue, I mean, do you find that when you, let's see, so like, have you, maybe I asked you this before too, have you done games just strictly like super advanced to try to make that decision? Okay, like, well, I think I don't want to use this or what have you. I'm just curious.
Like played super advanced but leave off a super advanced roll,
or played super advanced so that way you can say I don't want to use super advanced for this, certain situations or whatever, I guess.
No.
Okay. Because I mean, I confess that, again, my buddies and we would try to play super advanced. It was like, my head hurts, and we just would play advanced. Bunch of university students, but it was like,
the stealing must have been a hoot to try to have you guys figure out.
Oh man, I mean, so we played advanced, and then if it really hurt, we're like, let's just turn the cards or whatever. But no, it was
basic.
Yeah, just play basic, But I mean, fun game, but the super advanced stuff, because we thought we're baseball fans, we're gamers, we got this, and boy, oh boy, we did not got this.
Having to do math, like so.
Oh yeah, right.
Like you'd have to add up the 3 dice, and Now what I've started to do now with super advanced is when I roll the d20 with the roll, whatever the d20 shows up as, that's the range of the fielder.
Okay.
Because I figure it's either going to be used for a split chance, or it might as well be what the fielder's range would be. If you want to re-roll, hey, that's your prerogative, like what Baseball Demos does.
Yeah. I just, I mean, the reason, you're talking about math class. I remember I'm just like, dude, I'm not in probability and statistics class. I want to play baseball. So it's like, forget it.
Now,
So,
I will say this, though. The X chance chart is a little more friendly to outfielders in super advanced than advanced.
oh yeah.
Because every error for an outfielder is a 2-base error.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe there are 1-base error chances for the outfielders in super advanced.
Okay.
I was like, that's the one thing I don't like.
Yeah, it's been a while. We tried and we just said, yeah. So when we played Strat, it was just Strat Advanced. Couldn't Super Advanced just hurt. It really did. It hurt, man. It hurt. I'm like, I want to graduate college, and this means I have to give up something. And that meant not playing Strat Super Advanced. So there, full confession, full disclosure.
Yeah. All right, I'll go ahead and continue.
All right,
here.
let's go, Bucks.
And yes, I'm using super advanced running charts because I hate the advanced running charts. Sorry, that's a strong word, but I don't like them. Like on a ground ball 8 to second base, the runner doesn't score. No, it doesn't happen. So 1-0 Pirates. And here's Willie Stargell, 1 out and nobody on. 5-8 to the. That's also to Boswell, but this is a little bit easier play. And he will make it. So 2 down. Here is Al Oliver. 2 outs, nobody on. The Pirates with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 4th. 4-8 lefty, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Seaver retires the side, but not until the Pirates take a 1-0 lead. Here is Tommy Agee. Six, 8, and that'll end the hitless parade here for the Mets as Agee laces a single, and they will hold him on. And Sanguine with a -2 would put him at a 1-11. They're gonna definitely have to hold him on, so they'll hold him on. And here is Harrelson. 4-6 against the lefty, fly ball to right. That's 1 down. Here's Cleon Jones. 4-10. That's a fly ball to shallow center field. Racing in is Oliver. He'll make the catch, 2 down. And here's Don Clendenin. 6-7 to the second base exits. Cash. 3 and a 6. Great play by Cash. Gets up, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. No runs on a hit, and we go to the 5th. Pirates lead 1-0. And here is Robertson, Bob Robertson, the first baseman. Grounded out his first time up. And 6-11's a ground ball to short. Harrelson up with it. 1 down. And here's Manny Sanguillen, struck out. First time up. 3-9 is a ground ball to short again. Another play for Harrelson, 2 down. And here's Jackie Hernandez. 4-9. And this might be Harrelson getting his counterpart, but I don't think 12 is not in range. So E19, he will need a 7-12 to make the play. And that is a good play. That's a 10. So Harrelson makes all 3 plays here in the 5th. And we go to the bottom half. The Pirates still leading 1-0. And here is Ken Singleton. Grounded out to first his first time up. And, geez, they're going to play with that 6 column, and it might burn them once, but not yet. So, Cash 3 and an 18, that's easy play, 1 down. One of these times, this will end up being a 6-8 or a 6-9. Here's Boswell. 1-6 ground ball to short. That's Hernandez, 2 down, and here is Bob Aspromonte. 4-8, and that's a fly ball to right. So after 5 complete, Ellis has only allowed 1 hit. I just probably gave him the curse, the announcer's curse. Go to the 6th. Pirates lead 1-0.
Do you roll for trip when you have Doc Ellis up there? I'm just wondering.
And here is Doc
You do
Ellis.
not, there's not a pregame check to see if there is a Doc Ellis on drugs.
Yeah.
Both sides are swing and a miss, strike 3. And here is Cash, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Dave Cash. 6-7 draws a walk, so second walk from Seaver today. And let's see here, Grody with a -3. They will not hold him on, but he'd be a 50-50 to steal, so that they won't hold him on. Here's Richie Hebner. Tripled his last time up and scored the game's only run. And a 4-9, that's to the shortstop, but it is not in range for Harrelson, so he will go to the air rating. E19. A 7-12, and it's an inning-ending double play. And it's a 7. Great stop by Harrelson to second for 1 on to first. Inning-ending double play. So we go to the bottom half of the 6th. Pirates still clinging to a 1-0 lead. And right now, Ellis has the Mets all tied up in knots. Here's Jerry Grody. Three, 4, swing and a miss, strike 3. And here is Seaver. For 10 against a righty. That's a fly ball to center field. Oliver races in, makes the play. And here's Tommy Agee. 1-7 ground ball to short. And that'll retire the side. So Ellis threw 6, and we go to the 7th. 1-0 Pirates. And Seaver's not had a bad game. He's walked 2 and only given up the 1 hit, but it was a triple. So here's Clemente. 6-8. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Seaver, 6 strikeouts for Seaver today. And here is Stargell, one of the 6 strikeout victims. 3-10, make it another strikeout. So that's 7 on the day for Seaver. And here is Al Oliver. 5-3 pitcher X. Ooh, Seaver's a 1, but as the old saying goes, if it's not a 1, 2, or 3, or 18, 19, or 20, it's not in range. So we'll go to the air rating. He's an E6. 5-12. And that's a 9. So good play by Seaver. Gets off the mound, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. Stretch time here at Shea. You can see your take me out to the ball games. All right, here's Ellis. Now, this is his point of weakness inning, so we have to kind of keep an eye out. Bob Veal, and so just Bob Veal. And actually, Nelson Bryles is also listening in the pen. All right, here's Bud Harrelson. 4-2 against a lefty. Ground ball to first. Robertson takes it to the bag himself, 1 down. Here's Cleon Jones. 6-6, swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. And here is Don Clendenin. 5-4 to the shortstop. And I don't think I even have to look. Hernandez is not a 1, so that's a base hit. So Clendenon gets the second hit for the Mets today. And here is Ken Singleton. They will not hold Clendenon on. 6-5 against the lefty. Ooh, outside ball 4. And I think I'm going to go with Bryles or Veal. Let's see here. So they've got Boswell. Actually, about 50-50. But, no, don't bring in the lefty because he's normal power against the lefties. So they will bring in Nelson Bryles, trying to finish off.
Now, the reason that's happening is that for the fatigue, it's 3 walks and or hits, unintentional, or the regular walks.
Right.
And he is considered tired to where if you see like where it says it'll have like strike out with a dot next to it.
Right.
The dot turns that into a single runner advances to base.
Nice.
Yeah. So Doc unfortunately did not have the 70s blessing of pitching complete games all the time.
It's a good game. Good game.
Yeah. So Nelly Bryles, the September hero for the 67 Cardinals.
Nelly Bryles also caused a rain out at the Houston Astrodome. So very proud of that. Yeah, he did. A lot of rainouts when he would, because obviously Bucko. But yeah, so Nelly Bryles, gotta love him.
All right, and we'll continue with the bottom of the 7th here.
All right, go Bucks.
All right, so here's Boswell. The face Bryles, 2 on, 2 out. And here's the pitch to Boswell. 4-2 against the lefty. Base hit to right field. They were not holding Clendenon on. 14. Oh, but you got Clemente, and they're going to put up the stop sign. No way you're going to run on Clemente. So bases loaded for Aspromonte.
Roberto Clemente, the rally killer.
Oh, that arm! That what wasn't an arm? It was
something. It was a cannon.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, just crazy.
And I was kind of shocked to see some of the other ones. I think he's the only one that's ever gotten the -6.
I think you'd mentioned that. It's just incredible. I mean, I never got to see him play, but I've watched you can catch 1971 series on YouTube and stuff like that. And I mean, it's really when Clemente came into the national spotlight. And I mean, just oh my god, it's just unbelievable. Just he could throw a frozen rope to home plate. Yeah. I mean, just
like
scary.
Just kind of the pirouette and throw, and it'd be right there. It's like,
oh yeah, just scary. And you're right. I mean, your commentary, you're not going to run on Clemente. And, some
especially since he takes 6 away, and even the fastest runner is a 17.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Maybe with a 2-out bonus, a 17, I might take a chance if it's like a tie game and it's bottom of the 9th.
Right.
And the run can win the game. But not down 1-0 with Clendenon.
No way. You're right, exactly.
So, all right, let's see if the Mets convert on their opportunity with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
All right.
No, not holding any runners. 3-8 ground ball back to the mound. Bryles over to first, and that'll retire the side. The Mets leave 2, but do not score, and we go to the top of the 8th. And here is Robertson. 4-3 to the right fielder. Oh boy, that's not good. Singleton, 4 and a 3. It drops in for a hit. And here is Manny Sanguian. 4-10. Shortstop, Harrelson. This could be a double play ball. Yes, it is. And Harrelson, being the great fielder that he is, he gets this and gets Sanguian doubled up. And here is Jackie Hernandez. 6-2 to the left fielder. Cleon Jones, is it in range? No, it is not. He is an E7, so he will need a 7-11 to make the play. And he does. That's a 9.
I'm going to kind of step in here. I kind of think that they make the one fielders a little too, how should I say this, God roll.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think they should leave at least 1 or 2.
Right.
So if they're 1-6 or 1-7, at least leave the 1 or 1 and a 2 should have been a B. Okay. I don't know. That just seems kind of, at least they get an out. It's not like it's an automatic hit like for a 2 range or a 3 range.
Right.
But I can't mess with their rules.
Nope. Unfortunately.
All right, so let's go back to the game.
And that'll retire the side. Do we want to leave? Yeah, we'll let Briles come out for the 8th and then probably pinch hit for him and, if need be, bring in a closer. So, but actually, no, they're gonna leave him in, but Gene Alley will come in and replace. Actually, that's not really a replacement. That's only saving me 8 on the error rating. Well, I mean, that can significantly help. All right, they'll bring in Gene Alley to replace Hernandez. He's batted 3 times, so.
And that's usually a rule of thumb that I'll do is that I won't do defensive, like I think RGL kind of does this too. They play 7 innings in the field or get 3 at-bats before I think about replacing them.
I think that's solid. Realistic. Right. I mean, I know just enough about them that, just talking about this Pirates team in 1971 that Gene Alley would play that role a lot, actually. So, I mean, I think your role is very accurate and maybe unknowingly, but kind of mirroring how the Pirates would play Alley in 1971.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now we'll go to the bottom of the 8th.
All right.
Well, at least after I get done writing everybody in there
on the score first play on the next up will be a shortstop. All right, so Briles will continue to work here in the 8th. And they may pinch hit for the Seaver if he... maybe not. All right, 2-9. Briles, that's a righty ground ball to third. One down. They'll leave Seaver in with. If there would have been a runner on, I might have pinch hit for him, but not here. 1-4, ground ball back to the mound. Bryles, 2 down, showing his form that he did in 67 with the Cardinals. And here is Tommy Agee. 5-6, ground ball to first. And that'll retire the side. So nothing going here. They'll let Seaver come out. Vic Davalillo is grabbing a bat. He will pinch hit for Bryles. And
another former Indian, Mr. Davalillo.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Dave Giusti is.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I would see Dave Justy get in there in the ninth. Shut these guys down. I'm hoping.
Listening in the penny, 30 saves on the season for the Pirates. So he will be their go-to. And let me get Davalillo in the scorecard here. All right, so here's Davalillo to hit for Bryles against Seaver. 6-5 against the lefty. That's a 5, and that'll drop in for a base hit. So Davalillo on. They will hold him on, but he will not be stealing because he'd be 50-50. And here is Dave Cash. 4-5. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And they're going to, they'd be a C hit and run. Probably should have bunted. Probably should have bunted with Cash. He'd have been a C bunter if they'd been expecting it, and they weren't. But we'll swing away. 1-5. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And here's Clemente. 1-6, base hit. And going to third is Davalillo.
And the decision not to bunt comes up big.
Okay, here we go, guys. Hang in there.
So,
good stuff.
I mean, that would have been a run scored if there had been a successful sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, blame that one on me, I guess.
And that'll be it for Seaver. They're going to bring in Tug McGraw. As in real life, I believe Seaver pitched the complete game on 30 batters, so I think we'll just go with that. So McGraw will come in and pitch maybe a third of an inning here in the ninth. Oof. Lefty-lefty matchup. Probably wanted him against a righty, but 4-2, but got the good part here. Fly ball to left, and that will retire the side. Pirates strand 2. Here comes Giusti. And he'll face Harrelson Jones and Clendenin. It's Bryles. To 8. Brady pop up the second base. That's handled by Cash. 1 down. Here's Cleon Jones. 5-11 to the left fielder, Stargell. 3 and a 5. That'll drop for a hit. So Cleon Jones will get the first base. They will, let's see again, -2. Yeah, see, they won't 1 to 11, maybe 1 to 9 without holding him on, so they won't hold him on. And here's Clendenin. Can he walk this off? 2-10. And just as I say that, fly ball deep left center field. Going back on it is Stargell, and it is gone. Walk-off home run for Don Clendenin. So any right-handed pitcher I would have had, this would have been the result.
Okay, so the 210 on his part, I was kind of when I was picking the video. It's a 1-19 home run chance against a righty. So, and then I think a 210 against a lefty is a ballpark home run, but would have been an out. So, I don't think the Pirates had many left-handers. Plus, Justy's probably your ninth inning guy.
Oh, he was. He definitely was.
And it would have been a tie game if I would have bunted him to second, and he would have scored on the single.
So. Hell of a game. I mean, if anybody's going to do it, at least Don Clendenin, former Bucko. Man, hell of a game, though. But yeah, Justy was our guy. He was the guy in 71.
Yeah.
Even the Pirate logo even looked like him in 71 a little bit. So, guys, let's give it up for Tim. And thank you, Tim, for getting the privilege of showing one of your games on here. I always love it. It's a lot of fun. I think is this the second or third time we've done this? So
second game. The first was the near no-hitter.
The near no-hitter. That was awesome. So hopefully you'll be willing to do this again at some point. And so on behalf of Tim, Clee Baseball Fan 79, guys, even though Tim's not doing a lot of active broadcasting right now, there's years of baseball on there. And not only if you're a Strat fan, but you're a baseball fan, please subscribe to Tim's channel and let's get him back to broadcasting. Damn it. Tim, thank you. And everybody, thank you. We've been on for over 2 hours. So I want to thank everybody coming in. I usually thank everybody, but a lot of people have dropped off. But this was a fun night and we'll be back again soon. And yeah, Tim, you're always welcome. And there you go, Parallel League, giving you a good game there and stuff like that. And talking about Catico baseball, I would have loved to play those spinner games and stuff like that.
I actually did play Catico baseball as a kid.
Did you guys get into fights too?
No, I actually played it solo.
Oh, okay, that's good. Well, you can punch yourself. No, it's a triple. No, it's an out. No, it's whatever. I think that those would have been fun. Just real quick, Ken Castro shared with me last week in a Facebook post a picture of the Christy Mathewson game. Spinners and everything. Oh my God, I would love to have one of those. I would never play it. I would just take it out every once in a while with white archival gloves, and say ooh ooh, and put it back again. But I never had the chance to play Catico baseball, and I would imagine that those are
rather weird. Plus, I would love this. The discs were made, I don't want to say poorly, but
right.
With oils of your hands and grabbing the edges at fraydy edges, and
oh yeah.
Plus, you had to stick like all the players in the one spinner or one holder.
Yeah. So Parallel League says that they had an Excel template to make the spinner cards. Oh, that's cool. So you're going a little bit more high tech.
What version of Excel were you using then? Because in the 80s, that would have been like version 1. Unless you just had it recently.
Yeah, because wow. I mean, that's a cool idea, right?
Right. But, probably 7 or 8-year-old me
right.
was not using a computer. I would have been lucky to type in whatever it is to play, like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego or something like that.
Love it. Well, guys, if you're, like I said, I'm going to keep everybody up to date on what's, when I at least start the, so Excel, we said was more recent.
Yeah, more recent. It was like Lotus, I think it was.
Just let you know when, just hopefully Paul and Craig will give me the blessing of this. I'm not going to talk about when I'm doing the beta testing, but at least say, hey guys, it's, at least want to say things like it's shaping up, it's doing whatever. The meeples look really cool. You can do your own meeples, stuff like that. But there's lots of good stuff coming down the line. And Tim, I know you've been talking about that game getting a bit more granular, and it will be. So hang in there, brother. I mean, you own the game, so right. At some point. But But thank you again, man, so much. I enjoy it, and I love the commentary. I love when you get in, because I think for a lot of guys it's helpful, because a lot of strat players out there, but you know you people, different people who are gurus of different games, and to me, like, you're the strat guy, just like Dwayne Martz is Digital Diamond, Robert, well, Robert and baseball demos, I mean, both sort of inside pitch, and baseball demos does a good job with strat too, got to give him that. Yeah, definitely. So all right, guys, we're gonna shut it down here. Tim, thanks, buddy.
No problem.
All right, and let's hope Emmanuel Classe can kind of let's hope this all falls through. All right, guys, until the next time, as I always say, we'll see you around the batting cage. Play baseball, live it, love it, breathe it, eat it, sleep it, all that stuff. Good night.